to finding a way to bring themselves into this number. It's great multitude, right? That's Gentiles. It looks, after this I beheld, and lo, we in Revelation 7 and 9. A great multitude. He beheld, and lo, a great multitude, which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne, right? And before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, right? So, this is why you're looking at, go to Acts, the 2nd chapter. This is one of my scholars said, I will not leave you comfortless, I will come to you. That's why this is all worth it. To see the reality of what this Bible is talking about. So he came in Acts the 2nd chapter. But look at who came there. It was a feast of the Pentecost, day of Pentecost. You know, in gathering, feast of weeks and so forth, 50 days after the Passover. So 50 days after the Passover, we just had the Passover, it's going to be this day, day of Pentecost. Penta means 5, so it's 50 days after the Passover. So look, reason why it's saying different languages. Look what it says in Acts 2 and 5. And they were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews. These are Israelites, devout men, spiritual men, out of every nation under heaven. You see? Now, when this was noised abroad, the multitude came together and were confounded. They were confused, because that every man heard them speak in their own language. So we spoke different languages, like we speak different languages. We're going to come and we're going to be speaking different languages. Coming from where? All these different lands we've been scattered in as the Israelites. So now, more of the understanding of this verse of Revelation 7. It says, in tongues, that's the different languages to before the throne. So we covered most of it. Only thing we ain't covered right now is that great multitude, right? So we gotta look into the Apocrypha for that, and that's let me see, 2nd Ezra 3 and 16. Y'all can remember that. You know John 3:16. Remember that. 2nd Ezra 3:16. Look what it says. Take this into your memory. It says, and unto him, to Abraham, that's to him, thou gavest Isaac. We say Abraham, most out of power who? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said, unto him who was Abraham, thou gavest Isaac. And unto Isaac also thou gavest Jacob and Esau. You can read about that in Genesis 25, 25, and 26. Moses gave the twin boys, Jacob and Esau, to Isaac. Came from Isaac. Listen, as for Jacob, thou didst choose him to thee. So the Most High chose the Israelites to him. And put Esau by. Listen, and so Jacob became a what? Jacob became a what? Great multitude. There it is right there. That's why I say you got to know the Old Testament to be able to understand the New Testament. Jacob became a great multitude. That's why you see, he said, hey, I showed you verse 10, he said, and cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power, the Most High, the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which sitteth upon the throne and to the Lamb. Look what he said in Amos 3, 1 and 2. Amos 3, 1 and 2. Hear this word that the Most High has spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up out from the land of Egypt, saying, all 12 tribes was in the Egyptian captivity and came out of the Egyptian captivity, going into the wilderness. He said, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. Hear that? You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities. That's why we've been judged. That's why he said, look, Psalms 147, 19 and 20. You only know the Israelites. You only know us. 147, 19 to 20. He said, hey, he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgment unto Israel, to the Israelites. He hath not dealt so with any nation. You just say, you only have I known of all the families of the earth, therefore upon us you for all your iniquity. So we've been judged. He have not dealt so with any nation. As for his judgment, meaning the punishment for breaking the Most High's law, so he didn't give it to them, they have not known them. Praise ye the Most High. That's why he said, hey, he going to visit the sins of Edom. But we ain't going to captivity no more. He said he's going to visit the iniquity of the Edomites, who would be the ones that will have to be ruling in the end of the world. That's why it says in 2 Ezra 6 and 7, in the Apocrypha, it says, then answered I and said, 2 Ezra 6 and 7, what shall be the parting asunder of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? The world that we in now and the world that's going to follow. And he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, you keep hearing Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, right? From Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born, talking about Genesis 25, 25, and 26. Of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau, because they were fighting in the wounds. For Esau is the end of the world. For Esau is the end of the world, meaning Esau would have to be ruling in the end of the world. And Jacob's the beginning of it that followeth. We got next forever and ever and ever. If we do right, Most High will. And with that, I hope that was edifying. I hope it was enough to touch you to be able to realize that, you know, we have a kingdom that's already prepared for us. It's just a matter of us getting ourselves together so we'll be worthy to be there. And I say, Krum Most High, Krum Mashiach Yahushai, and Krum Yasharallah, and I'm out. Shalom.